Hi and welcome to Retro Tech Guardian RTG with Ted and I. Today we're going to have a quick look at the Archos 705 Wi-Fi. Now these are media players back in the day before everybody watched everything on their smartphones. This is how we used to have to copy video files and music onto a device so you could take it with you to watch movies on the go or listen to your music on the go. So this is part of the Generation 5 series that included the 405, the 605 and the 705. This is obviously the 705. It is a 80 gig model. They did an 80 gig and a 160 gig. So it was released in November 16th, 2007. So it is only 16 years old, but you can see exactly how things have changed. When you see this, you'll see exactly what we had to take around with us back in the day to be able to watch all your favourite films and listen to your music on the go. Right, so we'll quickly unbox it. Now I got this on eBay. I think I paid around £12 all in for it. It was advertised as not powering up. When I got it, I plugged it in, I could hear this really high-pitched electrical whine noise, and I thought, nah, that's not right. And I didn't think the Archos would be making that noise, so I thought that's probably coming from the power supply. It sounded like a power supply whine. So yeah, I had another Archos power supply from years and years ago, and I keep all my power supplies just in case, and I was lucky I kept it. Tried my other one, plugged it in, and it worked. So let's have a quick look. So we'll unbox it first. So, and as you'll see, this is in immaculate condition. There's a lot of the accessories that come with it that you'll see are still packaged up and never been opened. So it came with a little bag that is original with the warning stickers on. This bag's not a toy. Watch out you don't suffocate. And it comes in a little case. This is the actual item itself. So it does have a screen protector on here. I'll obviously going to leave that on because, you know, I'd like to. So that was it. It's a 7-inch screen. The device itself weighs 630 grams. It is brushed aluminium. It does have a few little scuffs and marks on it, this particular one, but nothing too major. It's got a removable battery, so that's your battery pack. So there are people selling batteries, but they're absolutely ridiculous money. Now the battery doesn't hold a charge on this. This is 16 years old after all. So I have to use it plugged in, but we'll plug it in a bit. So when you take the battery off, that's what you see. There's a little kickstand next to the battery that you can use even when the battery's in. So obviously that would hold it up in that position for you. So let's get the battery back in, and then we'll have a quick look around the unit, and then we'll get the rest of the stuff out the box. So, alright, okay, at the front you've got 2 speakers, an infrared receiver. On this side you have your power button, and that's the H to D light, the charge light, and then a TV selector switch. So you can select that for TV or the LCD, so you can output to another TV with this. There's your power supply socket, and then there's a headphone socket, but that's also a video out socket. So when you press the TV LCD, so it uses the 4 connection 3.5mm jack to your 3 phono outputs. So you have the yellow, white, and red. Then on the back here, just to show you on the top, this is actually your Wi-Fi aerial, because this is the Wi-Fi model. On the other side is just the battery release. On the top, nothing, and on the bottom You have your 2 ports here that you can connect to particular docks. You could get a DVR docking station that you can connect it up. You could then connect up your Freeview box or whatever box you were going to plug into it for satellite or whatever. Then you get a TV guide comes up, and then you could record and use this as your VCR. So you could record your favourite programmes all through the week, and then if you're going out for the weekend or whatever, going somewhere, sitting on a picnic, you could sit and watch all your favourite shows on the go. You have a mini USB port here, and then this is another USB port, but it's for accessories only. So you can connect in it. You can get things like a bullet cam, and I've got a bullet cam for this generation. I will be showing that in a separate model, in a separate video. So yeah, that will be shown then. So it's a 7-inch screen. The resolution is 800 by 400. So yeah, so right, let's get the rest of the bits out of the box first. So we'll get the power supply. Again, this isn't the original power supply that came with it, but it is a genuine Archos one. So, right. So it's 5 volt, 2 amp rated. So I'll plug that in. Then we'll show you what else comes in the box. So if we open this one up, you get a USB cable to connect to your computer. So that's USB mini to USB-A. That allows you to connect it up to your computer, so you can drag and drop your video files or your music files straight onto the actual Archos. Came with a set of headphones. Now, I've not tried using these. It doesn't look like anybody's ever opened them or ever used them. But if you can find the old reviews on this, they don't rate these headphones very well. So, I've not used them. It comes with a little stand, so you can stand it up. Now, when you get the dock looks the same on the top. But obviously here it has the holes there for those 2 connections here, and then obviously that would sit in the dock, and then you could charge the actual device up. And if I could get that right, let's have a look. Okay, maybe this particular dock that came with this. I can't see that. But for whatever reason, this dock doesn't want to fit on this device. Huh? Okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong there. Maybe it's a side-on one or something. No, for some reason it doesn't want to fit. Came in the box with it. Never actually tried using it, so there you go, that doesn't work. And then you get your USB lead. This is for your accessories, and it's got a USB socket on the other end, so it's kind of like a USB extension cable. So that comes with that. And then in the bottom there's another box, so we'll just put this down a sec. We'll get rid of this box in a minute. And then this one, you get a huge remote control with a little QWERTY keyboard on it. So because you can browse the internet on this, or you could back in the day. It doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. It's only got Wi-Fi. Its standard is 802.11g, so wasn't the best Wi-Fi to start with, but that's what it has. 2 original batteries in there. They've never been used, so I doubt this even remote's ever been used, so I've not tested it myself. You get a quick start guide, so usual manuals. And then you get 50 free music downloads for your Archos player. I doubt that still works. No, it might be fun to have a go. And then if if you get stuck and you need customer support, there's the number, and that's basically everything that comes in the box with it. So we'll get rid of these so we can see the Archos a bit better. So yeah, it comes with a nice little pouch. That all came in the box with it. So we'll get rid of these other bits of the box, and then we'll plug this in. So just in the side there, and you can see powers up straight away. Let's get that light of mine out of the way. There you go, you can see that better now. So we'll let it power up a sec. It does take a while to start up. It does have a physical 80 gig hard drive in here. Now I actually don't know if it's SATA or IDE, but it's not the quickest of interfaces. This is touchscreen. They do come with new 2 styluses, but there's nowhere to put the styluses, and everybody will tell you, because you've got nowhere to put them, they get lost. There's no physical slot to put them in, so obviously these have been lost. So it's asking me to calibrate the screen, so the touch, so we'll do what it asks us to. And it's saying tap the centre of the second cross, and I couldn't find it. There you go. I'm looking at an angle at this. So tap the screen to continue. So when it comes up, this is what you see. You've got video, music, photo. There's your files. So it's got like a file commander, so you can view all the files. That's the content portal. Now, you could, back in the day, this doesn't exist anymore, but you could go on and subscribe to certain movie channels which don't exist anymore, and you could actually get video content from them. That's for the web. Again, I've tried that. I think it will kick in and start, but the moment you try and load any page, it just won't load any page anymore. It's too old. There's your recorder. Now that is on there. Now you have the recorder because you do have that USB, and obviously you do have the DVR dock that you could buy. So you know, you could then record your TV, you could put a DVD player into it, you could put your video player into it, and then press play and then record what that is. Most people just got the DVDs onto the computer and then just copied the entire thing. Oh, look at that. Move the charger. Or was it just the screen timed out? And then you had widgets. Now, if we go into the widgets, you got playing TV games and Opera widgets. So if we do Opera widgets, it requires the web browser plugin. Now, this was the thing with Archos. When you bought the device, you didn't get everything out of the box. You had to pay for everything. To give you an example, when you first got the machine out of the box, you could only play MP3, WMA and WAV files. They were the only music files that would work. And for video, you could only get MPEG-4 and WMV out of the box. If you wanted to get MPEG-2 for video and AC3 audio, you had to pay $14.95 at the time of release. And then if you wanted H.264 video and AAC audio, you had to pay an additional $14.95. And the same with the Opera widgets. You had to pay another, I think it was £20 for the widgets to get those to work. So, and then flash games will be listed here if you put them into the flash folder in your Archos. So what you could do is download some flash games from the internet and then put them onto here, and they would work. Well, certain ones would. Some weren't. Obviously, they weren't designed for the Archos, a lot of them. But you could get some to work. So when this was released, now I can't find any information out about the about when it was released, about the price. The only price I could find was £330 at the time of release. Now I don't know if that's for the 160 gig or the 80 gig model. So you can see if you bought this for $330, then had to pay an additional £30 just to get those extra files, then £20 for the widgets, £20 for the internet browser to work on Opera properly. You know, that was the thing. Nowadays, obviously, you just get a mobile phone and it just works. But this was how they used to do it back in the day. So, right, so we'll click on video. I think there is video TV demo. So there's also Make It Your Archos. Now there's a web TV and a network UPnP, so you could set this up to your home network and then play your files from over your home network. But if we open this up, and as you can see, I mean, the screen is lovely and clear. Now the inbuilt speakers are weak, very weak. And you can see it there connected to the dock at the beginning. But you have to buy the dock separate, and at the time the dock was £70. And so again, to get this to record off your TV or off your videos, DVD player direct, you had to pay a lot of money out to get all the extra features. So you tap on the screen, you get your volume bar here, you can fast forward the video at the bottom, just like you can a normal video. So if we close that one off, and we'll just show you this video TV demo. Here we go. I don't know how well that comes across on the camera, but it's showing the video a little bit bluer than what it actually is on the screen, but there's nothing I can do about that. That's obviously the settings of my camera. So the video quality was okay. It offered DVD quality when you got your files downloaded, and we'll let that close out. Like I say, it's all hard drive, so it takes a while. And then you go into music, and you'd have artist, album, title, genre, year, rating. So you had web radio here, but you had to pay for the web radio. So we'll go to artist, and I'll only play a little bit of this now. I don't know if these are copyrighted or not, so I won't be playing a lot of it. There you go, and that's how you get to your MP3s. And the only annoying thing with this, like nowadays, it's just one touch. This is like a PC. You touch it once, and you had to double click. So that's what it was. Everything was double click. And then this one was photos. Now it comes with some sample photos. All these photos are just sample photos that were put on here. And it is very clear for showing photos. It's quite a nice little screen. It looks reasonably okay. I mean, it would look better if I took the screen protector off, but I really want to keep that on. I don't know why I do. So yeah, so nothing remarkable about these nowadays. You can pick them up for pennies. They're really cheap. But like I say, I don't really want to go into all the rare items that you can get. There's loads of people on the internet doing that. The whole point of me doing what I'm doing is I want to try and save these from landfill. Not every single one of them, but at least one of something. So that my aim would be eventually to maybe open up like a small museum or a small room somewhere that people can come along and have a look and use the device and interact with them, and so people can see how, you know, things were done back in the day compared to today and how things have progressed, I suppose. So and of course this is all stuff, like I say, I grew up with, so, and I remember. Now this is your file commander, or lets you look at, if you go to video, you can see the two demo videos there on the left. Now you also have one on this side, and the idea was you could touch and drag and drop across to move files around yourself. So video, music, and that's how you could do it. So we'll close out of that. Content portal, scanning for networks, like I say, that's all the Wi-Fi in the area. But the content portals, they don't no longer exist. So the recorder is activate the TV program guide online at www.archos.com, register. But of course, that doesn't exist anymore. So even if you get the docking station, the only thing you can do is you can plug a Freeview box into the DVR, but you'd have to plug it in via the composite, or I do believe it had the red, green and blue connections for video and digital audio in, and you could do 5.1 with this. But you'd have to do that yourself. Now obviously if you've got the program guide, there's a scheduler, you can schedule it then to record at a certain time through the scheduler there. So what time you want it to start, what date, what channel, and when do you want the recording to end. And that's how you would record all your channels if you had the docking station. But of course, those again don't exist anymore. So is it a little bit useless nowadays? Well, not really. You can still put MP3s on it. I mean, 80 gigs worth of MP3s is a lot of MP3s. It's huge to carry around for an MP3 player. You can still put video files on it if you're willing to convert them into MPEG-4. So, you know, or Windows Movie files, WMV. You could, if you really wanted to, do that. So, I don't know. Not something that I've done at the moment because I don't use them as a daily thing. I mean, I never have. So, but yeah, and that's basically it. I mean, I can connect the little bullet camera to this, which I will do as a separate video, just to give you an idea of that. And because it's got video out, I should be able to then connect that up. But it's also USB, so I can get the footage off this quite easily onto the computer and show you. The only thing is, it won't work with the battery because the battery just doesn't hold a charge. So I don't know how I'm going to get the video footage outside. So this might be video footage in the garden from the extension lead when it's not raining one day, just so you can see sample video footage of this. So yeah, so I'll show you when you pull this out. Oh, it is holding the charge. You can see it says 3 batteries up there. But if you try and play anything on it, usually it just dies. That's the longest it's ever lasted for me, so it's making a fool out of me yet again. So yeah, so anyway, so that's it. That's the Archos 705. I actually really like the device. Turn it off, you just hold that down. You keep hold of it and it says shutting down. The battery had gone red after that little bit of charge. So yeah, so I really like these. I think they were really neat. I mean, when this first came back out in the day, was I prepared to pay 330 quid of my own money to get one of these at the time? No. There were cheaper options out there. This was supposed to be high-end for the day. And look how things have changed now with mobile phones. You can get, even a basic mobile phone will show a lot more than this, and you can do a lot more with it. But yeah, that was it. That was what we used to do and what we used to have to do to watch films on the go. Like I say, I'll get some video footage of it. I'll do a separate video just to let you know that it is the video footage from this. And then I'll put the video footage into the video I do. And then you'll hopefully be able to see that as well, and hopefully that will work okay and still record. It does have a little record button on the camera, so I'm hoping that that initiates the record function on this. I've not tried that yet. Like I say, I've bought that much stuff that I've not done any videos about. So anyway, once again, Ted and I thank you for your time. We hope you give us a like and hopefully subscribe if you've not already, because really helps me out and it kind of gives me the impetus to do more videos. So I really appreciate it if you could do that. Thank you very much for your time, and goodbye.